Um,
There
all
we go.
right.
There we go.
Thank you all for waiting. You never know what's going to happen when you go live all the time. We try to keep things as simple as possible, and it doesn't always work. So, welcome everybody to Iconic TV Live. I'm going to get started really quickly because we've got an amazing show today. And what we're talking about today is how you can turn your course, your program, your webinar, your live retreat, your live launches, whatever, into an absolute cash machine. And this is one of the most requested shows that we have. Why? Because people have all these things, maybe too many, and they aren't making any money. So, this is what we are talking about today. So, if you guys are ready, give us a thumbs up. Let me know that you are ready and you're raring to go. I do have my cohort today. This is Angie DeVries. She is our community manager here, and she is our chief experience officer at the Iconic Entrepreneur. So, any questions you have, anything you want, if you want to have a call with me, Angie's going to take care of all that kind of stuff for you. As you guys can know, see, I am not the tech queen, so that's why I need people like Angie here. So, thanks for being here, Angie.
You're welcome. And I said if whoever's here put their name down because of the tech issues, I'm giving them all the SOAR book.
Oh, awesome!
I
Fantastic.
know. I'm cool, aren't I?
You are cool. So, we can't do anything about tech sometimes, but we can do something about our courses and programs and making money. And so, here's the premise of what we're going to be talking about today. And we are going to talk about why you absolutely need to turn your course program into a cash machine. Okay. Because most people work 7 years until they ever get to six figures. That's a long time, right? And 87% of people, entrepreneurs out there, are not earning six figures. 30% are making zero right now. Nothing. Okay. There's 31 million entrepreneurs, and 82% of them are online. So you have to be online. So you're probably going to need a course. And then, of course, um, the three biggest blocks that people have are cash flow. They don't have enough cash for their business, which is why we're doing this. They don't have a team to help them do all of this. And their marketing, they have no idea what to do about the marketing. Okay. Is that kind of in alignment with what you guys are feeling and experiencing? These three things or four things. Okay. So what we thought, what would it be like to have a cash machine in your business, right? You know how it is. You go in with a card and you go up to that big old machine, and all you have to do is you just have to put in your four numbers, right? You just have to enter a pin, four numbers, and cash comes pouring out. Isn't that awesome? Okay. um, but it's not really that easy. Okay. So, what we're going to do is we're going to kind of do a quick assessment, see where you guys are. If you could make this interactive and put your comments down below, we've got all kinds of free resources we can give you depending on where you are. Okay. So, this is what we're covering today. These are the four kind of big bullet points, the four big problems. And that's why Angie's here to help me out with some of these because you see these all the time, right, Angie?
Yes.
And we're going to talk about the speed trap, the true cash machine. What does the true cash machine course or program or event look like? We've got some special gifts, quite a few of them that we have, in addition to those of you who were here early who got the SOAR book. And if you want to book a call with me, I always want to let you know. Go ahead and just type #call. Okay. So here's the first question that we have. And I can probably take off this announcement here since we are live. Okay. I want to know, which of these do you have? What are you trying to capitalize on? What do you want to monetize? Are you trying to turn an evergreen program into a cash machine? You know, one that just goes on and on over and over without you? Is it a retreat? Just put down which below you are working on. Is it low ticket? Is it high ticket? Is it a hybrid program? A lot of people are talking about hybrid programs lately. Is it a mastermind event or is it a live event? And maybe you are doing one-to-one. Now, maybe you're doing a combination. So just put whichever one it is down below. All right. And so now that you have that, okay, and Angie, you can kind of let me know based on some of the comments if you're able to, some different comments and feedback that people might be having here.
Absolutely. I see
And
summit and I see a combination. But Connie, I'd like to ask a question real fast because some people
yeah.
might not know and some people might know what is a hybrid.
Okay. Hybrid is a combo of, let's say you do something live and then you turn it into an evergreen event. Okay. So you do it live a few times and then you make it repeatable and it's just a replay. That's one type of a hybrid. Another type of a hybrid is where you have a live component and you do live classes and live teaching and mentorship. And then you also have a component of like a foundational courses, the things that everybody needs that they can go in and kind of like a big library of resources. And this is what our program is a hybrid. We do everything live, and yet you have all the resources for everything and you have live access. And we believe in all of our years that this is the best methodology because and you'll see it. I'll show you all kinds of programs out there. You're going to go, oh my God, I'm doing that. Oh no. And whether you should or shouldn't. Okay. But great question. And Angie, feel free every once in a while to pop in. If you see some questions, Angie is here to help me answer some of those as we go along. And if I say something, hey, that's a great question, but it's going to be way too long of an answer, then I'll be happy to just hop on the phone with you for a couple seconds and give you that answer privately. Okay, so let me go forward for a minute here. But again, if we had like an ATM, put in 4 buttons, 4 numbers, right, and money powers out, that's what I'm going to show you today. Okay. And if you do want an assessment of your program, okay, and you want like, well, what's mine? I'm going to show you a whole bunch of all of those styles we just showed you. I'm going to show them all to you. What's right and what's wrong with them. If you want an assessment of your program, if you want me to do like an audit of what you have and then give you an analysis and the results of what we believe is the best plan for you to hit your goal, all you have to do is type #call. Okay. And we'll go ahead and give you an assessment. So what we want to start off with, though, is the 4 keys to cash flow for any of those types of events. But let's go through the problems. That's the thing. And what we're creating here is a safe plan. Okay. Because most people are a little worried about what's happening in the market. I don't know if you guys are. You know the markets are shifting. You know the economy is shifting, right? And so what we are wanting to do is make sure that you have a safe plan for going forward, regardless of what the markets do. Okay. So we're going to show you a safe plan. As you know, everything we do is in 4s, so it's not very complex. So let's go ahead and take a look at the 4 problems. They're going to be a math problem. Okay. You have a maze problem. You have a mind problem. And there's a myth problem. Okay. All of those we're going to show you in relation to why you can't make the money and how you can. Okay. So here's the interesting fact. Given a new opportunity, I'm going to show you all the ways that you can do something here. Given a new opportunity, only 3 out of 4 people do nothing. Okay. I am not talking to everybody. I'm talking to those of you who are here, right? You're one of the top 25%. And so you are one of the change makers. So let's go ahead and talk about a quiz. Where are you? What stops you? Let's see if I can do this a different way. I'm not sure if I can. Okay. So hopefully you guys can see this. What do you suffer from of the big 4? Put down which one it is. Is it procrastination? Is it imposter syndrome? Or is it short attention span? Or shiny object syndrome? Which one is it for you? What do you think you suffer from the most in trying to get your course out there? And a shiny object syndrome is also known as SOS, right? And in some cases, it's ADD or ADHD. So you let us know if there's anything that you guys are suffering from. Which one is that for you? in your course. Okay, go ahead and put that down. Which of the four? Because in all the things that we see, these are the four biggest things that are happening for people. Okay, so this is what a SAFE program is. Okay, this is how easy it is for you to remember. Okay, singular attention fixes everything. SAFE. Singular attention fixes everything. And this is going to be your barometer on whether or not you're going to make money or not. Okay. So, Angie, does that make sense? Because
I'd like to. I'm not sure if you are going to be going over this, but I'd really like to know more about the math maze, mind, and myth.
Okay. Yeah. Let's go into that right away.
I have a few people who are answering. Some of them have imposter syndrome, and some of them have the shiny object syndrome. So I'd like to learn about math, maze, mind, and myth, and then I want to know about SAFE, please.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So this is what you're going to think about SAFE. You want to be safe for the economy, and you want to have a program that's safe. It's not going to bankrupt you. It's not going to make it too hard on you personally with all your time, or be one of those programs that everybody slams or everybody copies. Okay. And in order for you to make the most money and high ticket, this is what you want to focus on. A singular attention fixes everything. Just keep remembering that. Okay. So let's see if I can, I have no idea why. I know why. Okay, here we go. There we are. Okay. So let's go ahead and look at these four problems that you asked about, Angie. And we'll just go in the order that we just talked about. But first, I want to know this question. This is part of the math question. Okay. Do you ever wonder what to price your program? You're like, hey, what should I price it? Yeah. Don't we hear this all the time, right? When people come in or when they have a call, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, what should I price it?
You know what? I even do it. So don't feel bad, people. I even do
it. Yeah. It can happen. Okay. So even before people actually know what's in it, they're like, what should I price it? But they don't even know what's in it. So yeah, put yes or no about pricing. And maybe I want to show you what people do with the formula. Like, I'm trying to figure out what to price it. And we have a very simple formula. Okay. It's called the SOAR formula. It's four pieces, 4 parts. Okay. 4 separate steps. This is what we're finding that other people who are struggling to make money, this is their success formula. Okay. Do you guys know it? Angie, can you read that out to me? You've never seen this?
I have never seen it.
And now some of you guys might know that I have a PhD in advanced theoretical physics. So I love this. This is called longitudinal math, right? Which is also what it's known as. But let me read this very high-end, sophisticated math problem out to you guys. It's everybody. Okay? This is what people are doing. Okay? People think this is my formula for success. It kind of looks like a real math problem, but it really isn't. What happens? Let me see if I can show it to you. I don't know if I can show you the video or not. Okay, it kind of looks like this, right? Your solution to making a whole bunch of money is targeting everybody on the world. Okay, and when you try to do that, it doesn't work. Okay. Everyone is not a strategy. Okay. It won't make you money. Okay. So even though you think, oh, I got all this special stuff. No, this is the math problem that a lot of people are having. You asked about the math problem, right, Angie? Okay. This is
I got an A in math in college. I don't know that problem.
I know. Okay. So if you are using this formula to achieve success, it looks very impressive, doesn't it? It's not. Okay. It's everybody. Everybody is not going to make you money. Okay. So don't use that formula. It's going to be one of your big problems. Let's look at the maze problem. Okay. And this isn't an amazing course. This is a maze. And all of these things is what's being taught out there that you might have been caught up in. Okay. This is the maze problem. Maybe you've heard the ascension model, right? You start with something $7 and then go to $27 and then $47 and then 97 and 197, 497, 997. And you're going up and down and up and down and up and down. And maybe that reminds you of a roller coaster. And this is why. Okay. If you feel like your income is up and down and up and down, you've got all these multiple products and it just doesn't work. You know what happens when you follow this ascension model? Okay, it's not scaling. People say, oh, I'm going to scale up from 7 and from 97 to 197 and 997. That's not scaling. That's failing. Now, if you follow this model, it is a problem. Why? Because this is where it leads. Okay, you're going to follow all the steps. You're going to be courseless, you're going to be jobless, and you're going to be homeless. All right. It doesn't work. It's a low ticket strategy that doesn't actually scale and it doesn't monetize. Here's why this is a big problem. Here's the easy math that goes with it. Okay. $3,000 and $15,000 are the two numbers you need to know if you're trying to do the ascension model. Okay. Or I could just call it the homeless model. Okay. $3,000 should be the minimum price of your offer if you want to market it with ads. Okay. If your price is below $3,000, you're going to be this guy on the steps, right? The other thing you need to know, and this is vital, and remember this because I'm going to talk to you about this in the fourth problem that people have, and that is $15,000. $15,000 is the income that you need before placing an ad. If you're not at $15,000 a month, please don't do ads, okay? You don't have a system that works. Because if you can't make $15,000 off of that process, you should not spend any money on it. Now, of course, everybody wants you to buy ads, especially Twitter and Facebook and TikTok. And they're all like, oh, just buy ads, just buy ads. It's so easy. You don't have to do that organic thing. You actually don't even have to talk to anybody if you don't do ads. Hold on. If that's you, okay, hold on, I can show you how that looks, okay? Anybody out there doing the ascension model, you might not want to say, but if you are, please call, okay? Book a call, just type #call. If that's a model that you have been taught or thought you might want to try, because I would love to take a look at your program and see. We had a guy, and I'll show him later. His name was Tom, and he came in with one of those ascension models, and he was so sure it was going to work, and it didn't work. And I told him up front, it's not going to work. Okay, he loved our model, but he's like, yeah, but I have this. I've already put a year into this. I put so much money into this, and I really want to give it a good go. I want to give it a good go for 6 months. So he gave it a good go for 3 months, but then he switched to a different ascension model. And it wasn't until 9 months into working with us that he said, okay, these don't work. Okay. And then he did our model. It was like, oh, that's so much easier. So ascension models will make you broke. He made zero money for 9 months thinking he could make that model work. Okay. So don't use that model. It really doesn't work. Okay. Here's the next problem, Angie. You asked me about this, the mind problem. How big is mind as far as building a huge program, making cash?
Oh, it's huge.
Right.
It's really huge.
Yeah.
Really big. So.
So, and here's the thing. What is it all about? What's the biggest problem in the world, you guys? I know you know it. Everybody has a mild form of it. And it's this. It's attention. Our attention is all over the place, isn't it? Okay. So what you have to do is, first of all, you've got to get your attention right, but you've also got to get the attention of your audience. Okay. You got to get your own attention focused. You got to hold it there and you got to keep it there. How many times you try something and then you go off shiny object syndrome into another thing. Okay. So attention is key for you to focus, but it's also key for you to get your audience to focus. So hyper focus is going to be your golden ticket. Remember the SAFE plan, right? Singular attention fixes everything. And if you think about hyper focus, okay, really hyper focus, there's two ways you can be hyper focused. And this is all about your mind around making money. And you could be like, let's say you had a really bad situation. You lost a whole bunch of money. Angie, you were there. Okay.
Yeah,
before
it's
you came.
wonderful. You got those two pictures of me. The first one going on the stairs, and the second one with my ears pointing up because
Right. Oh, squirrel, squirrel, squirrel. Everyone's like, oh, oh. Okay. So hyper focus when you were at your depths and didn't have the money and everything was crashing down around you.
Yep.
Where was your attention? On everything crashing around you, right?
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah,
And
that's all you
it
could.
wasn't getting better.
Yeah, and all you could see and all you could really focus on is how bad it is, right?
Right.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Now, what happens when somebody's in a zone and they're like, "Oh, I love this." I'm. You could go like what? You could be working till 3 a.m, or the sun comes up, and you're like, "Oh my god!" Why? Because we were hyper focused, but on something good. Okay, so hyper focus works all the time. Okay, attention works all the time. It's just where are you putting it? On the really good stuff, like, wow, I'm in the zone. I can't stop. This is it, right? That's not hustle, okay? That's just being in the zone. That's flow, okay? But the other thing is when things go wrong, you could get hyper focused on what's not working. Oh, this never works, okay? Either one works. So let me show you how you want to differentiate it. This is the difference between us and them. This is what happens. Our formula is plus and minus, right? Addition and subtraction. Okay, we are all focused on adding to what we want and we remove anything that's not what we want. Really simple. That's our formula. What do we focus on? What's the one thing we can keep focusing on? And what's everything else that has to go away? What does everybody else teach you? What's the world doing? It's addiction and distraction, right? People are addicted to things and they just go, oh, I got to play this game, or I got, down a rabbit hole, or I can't stop thinking about this thing. And they get distracted with the next course and webinar and event or whatever. So if that's you, have you gotten caught up in addiction and distraction instead of addition and subtraction? Okay, then your mind is probably not right. You're not making enough money because of those two things. It's really simple. Okay, you're either hyper focused on the one thing, or you are scatter focused on everything. Okay, so are you write down one? If you're hyper focused on your one thing, like I'm going to hit my goal. That's the one thing. I don't care what it takes. Okay. Or are you in the addiction and distraction mode? If it's distraction, put distraction. So one or two, or you could just do us or them, right? Do you follow our model like us, or them, everybody else who gets very distracted? Okay. So here's what I want to give you as a gift so that you guys can have all of this stuff. If you have that attention block, okay, there is an 8-part series that we did. I would love for you to have it. I am sorry, Angie's manning the, we have 2 Angies, but the other Angie's manning the feed, both Angies maybe. I would love for you to get this. It's a membership. It's basically a course, but you have it for life. Just type #mind. Okay. And if you need to get your mind right around building $1 million course, like if you don't even believe you should have $1 million, you need to have this, right?
Yeah.
So if you want to take that, it's just a mini course, take you a few hours. What's inside is a whole bunch of live trainings. And there's the mindset book that I wrote. There's 2 live webinars. There's a 2-part series. There's mind boosters, and there's how to fix the money blocks, and there's checklists and workbooks and all kinds of stuff. Okay. If you want that, just type #mind and we'll follow up with you and get you that link. Okay. And then you can check it out, and you might like all of it. You might like part of it. You might want none of it. Okay. But if you need to fix your mind, okay, so that you can make some money, for a lot of people, that is the first step. Okay. They might have a good course, but they can't move. They're stuck. They can't sell it. Right. Angie, do we ever see people that just they build out a good course and then they're too afraid to sell it?
Yeah. Yeah. They don't believe in themselves. It's quite what's the word I'm looking for, but it blows my mind.
Yeah, but it's not your fault, right? It's just because you've been inculcated in an environment where we were taught not to be that big, not to be that successful, not to look that good, right?
Right. Or they sell it for really, really cheap.
Absolutely. Absolutely. They
it's just
underprice.
I'm like, what?
Right.
What?
Right.
What price? Well, let me
Yeah.
buy that before you talk to Connie.
Right. Right. So, if you are not comfortable with conversations around money and wealth and your product in your program, then you definitely want to check that out. Just type #mind, because that might be your problem on why your course is not making enough money and it's not a cash machine. Okay, so we talked about the money. I mean the math problem. We talked about the mind problem. Let's go to the third one you asked me about, Angie. This one, the myth. Okay, there are a lot of myths around courses. Everybody has a concept around it, right? So, by the way, let me put this up for you. If you want to call, let me explain what happens just so you don't feel uncomfortable about saying, yeah, I'll have a call. Okay. You can either just type #call or callconnie.com. And here's the 4 things to get a call. Okay. Number 1, do you have a need? Like, that you really, really, really do want to have a real business. Like, you want to grow it right now. It's not like, wouldn't it be nice? Or someday I'll think about it. No, that you need to do this right now. Okay. Let's hop on a call, because then I know you're serious about building and you're not wasting your time or mine. Then we hop on a call. We strategize a plan, and then your business skyrockets. You soar. Okay. It's that simple. Okay. So again, this is what happens, right? You have a vital need. It's 100% time for you to fix your business. You'll book a call, call Connie or #call, and together we're going to strategize a plan. And it's going to be a 45-minute call, and I'm going to outline, based on your business, what it would take for you to have a 7-figure year. If you don't want a 7-figure year, we can downsize the plan. I don't know why you wouldn't. It's just as easy to get to 7 figures, and it's a lot easier than to get to 6. Okay. So we'll strategize that plan, and then your business will skyrocket. Okay. And you take that plan. Don't question, does it work? I know it works. Why? Because I've done it for over 20 years. I've done it for 32 different industries, and the plans always work. The question is, how will you work the plan? Do you want it to go fast or slow? Okay. Easy or hard? With me or without me? It doesn't matter. Okay. The plan will work. Your question is, how do you want to implement it? Okay. So hopping on the call, you get the plan, no worries, right? And then you just decide what kind of outcome you want. It's all in your hands. Okay. So the myth, we're talking about the myth, why these courses aren't working, and what not lies, but let's call them myths, have you experienced? How many of you have been, to another program or course or something, and took in something online and live, right? And what you thought it was going to do, it didn't do. Okay. Does that mean you didn't do it? Not necessarily. Okay. Usually it wasn't set up for you to succeed or to fail. Okay. We must have somebody crossing the moat. Okay. So, do you guys know what a con man is? Right. Maybe you guys have heard of a con man, right? Like, you see them, especially in New York in the park, right? You will see them with playing shell games or something. Con is short for confidence, right? And it seems like they have all the confidence, but what they're going to do is have you buy their confidence, but it's a con. Okay. And if you've had this problem. So this might be part of the things that you got caught up in and why you feel like you're not making money. You ran into the con man, right? What happens? They overpromise. They say, oh, you're going to do this thing in a short period of time. I just saw an ad today that you can have a $1 billion business, a $1 billion unicorn business, if you just take our 6-week course. That's over promising and under delivering. Okay. Under deliver. How many times have you seen have the courses and things that you've learned been disconnected, disjointed, incomplete? You're like, wait, I didn't get anything. I just got an extension of what your intro was. right? And you're like wondering, where's the meat? I had a person who worked with us, and she said, oh, I went through this 1-year program, and in 4 hours I went through it. And then she said, then she went to the instructor, and she's like, okay, could you open the rest of the course? And they're like, that is the course. Like a 12-month program was 4 hours. I think there were 5 modules. So maybe that's it. Okay. And these are things I don't want you to do. Okay. And it could be very pedestrian. I mean, it's very basic. Like, oh, please, I could have got this off of YouTube 8 years ago. Right. And these kind of courses are ubiquitous, meaning you can get the information anywhere. Banal information. It's so basic. It's nothing new. Right. And why did I pay you thousands and thousands of dollars for something so pedestrian? So if you've had the con, right, you might actually be hesitant too about your program. Like, I got conned out of $100,000, and I take full ownership, right? I'm the idiot who put my name on the dotted line. But it really made me question if I wanted to be in this industry for a long time. And because I saw so many bad things happening. So this is why I want to alert you guys to what's going on. Okay. So this is one of the other things that you don't want to do. I told you, don't do the ascension model. You'll end up on the streets, looking for the steps, and you can't find them. You're going to sleep on them. Okay. Here's the other one that I don't want you to do. This is part of the con. Okay. You see this a lot, especially with new coaches. Angie, I think you're trying hard not to laugh. Is that right? Okay, we see you. Okay. It's true. You guys have to laugh at this because we've all been burned by it. Let's be honest, right? Come on. Have you been burned by this? Okay. So don't do the crap and stack model. Okay. Crap and stack. And you notice there's a real similarity between those two models, isn't it? We all know what the one on the right is. But what's crap and stack is it just totally stinks. Okay. It's where they tell you that you go to a course and it's filled with material, and that's it. Like, read 87 PDFs and ebooks. Okay. It's old, it's outdated, and it takes a long time to go through it. That's how they make it seem justifiable. It's a maze. There's all kinds of little things, and you can't figure out how to get to the center, like get me to my goal. You can't find it. And it's also very disjointed. And then when you think you're finally there, the whole thing, the real prize is nothing, right? They just stack all this other stuff in to make you think it's more valuable, and the actual program is nothing, right? I don't know if you guys have been through that. I've been through it. It stinks. Don't step into those kind of models. Okay. So here's another caution. Okay. If that's not bad enough, here's the other one. Okay. This is all part of the myths that are out there. Okay. I know this is a popular one. Okay. Don't follow the guru plan. Anyone get trapped in the guru plan? Okay, caution here on this one too. How does this start off? The guru is so huge. Watch me. Look at my calendar is. I just bought these 87 Lamborghinis. I'm so huge. And all you have to do is do what I do. It was so easy. Okay. Now they're not teaching you jack. And so what do? They figure, I got to get you to do something. Okay. So they start off and they think, oh, people, they won't get intimate with you, right? They won't ever connect with you. You actually never speak to that person. Okay. You speak to their underlings, but you never speak to that person. And so they start you with ads. You got to do ads first. Right away, go out and do ads. What's $10, right? What's $5? And then you up it. Now, what's $100? What? You don't have $20 a day. You don't have $50 a day. They almost ad shame you, right? Anybody been there? Okay. And then what do? The exact opposite of the math problem that I showed you, right? They tell you to put out a low ticket item and spend money on it. Well, why? Because they don't have the time or the connection to teach you how to sell high tickets. So they just say, oh, go sell something really low, right? And you think, oh, somebody bought my $47 thing. Oh, I made $47. It cost me $400 to place that ad, but I made $47. Sound familiar, guys? How many people did ads? Put down their ads if you've been in an ad trap. And then what do they make that ad go to? they make it go to a sales call, straight to a sales call, right? The person has no connection with you. They don't know anything about you, or a webinar, okay, which is not live, which is repeated and stale and old. And only unless you're an expert should you do webinars at the gate, okay? And then at that sales call or at that webinar, what do? You offer some mystery offer. Okay, the mystery offer. You guys know what the mystery offer is?
It's a mystery offer.
Anybody type in guru plan if you've been in the guru plan. Come on, I want to know if there's any guru plan victims out there. The mystery offer is the one that actually doesn't exist, and this is very common. And they say build this offer. I don't know how you build an offer, but you don't build anything. Okay, so you're creating this offer on paper, but you don't actually have anything to deliver. Okay. So how do you know that it's the right thing, right? You don't know it as a buyer. You don't know it as the course or program creator that it's actually going to work. And because you don't actually know, you have zero confidence, and you're back to the mind problem. Okay. And you're stuck in the math problem, right? You see how it's just this continual cycle. So this mystery offer is nothing. Okay. And you can't sell it. And then you're supposed to create some high ticket offer out of thin air that you've never done before. Okay. It's completely backwards. And this thing about starting with ads, this is what this guru offer is. Okay. Angie's cracking up again. I can hear you. Hey, do ads. Okay. And then there's so much tech involved, and then you sell right away. Well, how many people have been master salespeople? Okay. I'm a unicorn. I've done over 18,000 sales transactions, always been in the top 1%. I'm a one call close master. It's easy for me. Okay. But it took me a lot of years. It's going to drive you to drink if you follow the guru plan. Okay. I know it's only noon, but I need something, right? Anybody feel like that? Like, have you gone from, a course creator to AA or something? It's hard. Okay. That guru plan, this thing does not work. Okay. Anybody follow it? Hey, please hop on a call with me. Let me see your guru plan. Okay. I don't want you to follow it because it's not going to work. If I can salvage it, I promise I will. Okay. I'll give you a strategy where we can salvage that, but usually it needs to be trashed because it's going to crash anyway. Okay.
I have a question about the guru plan. Okay. So now I've seen those or heard of those, but what about the ones that, here, let me give you a course or a program, right? They start you at low and they don't give you anything, but now you have to upgrade because you really need more. And then you have to upgrade more and more and more, right?
Yeah.
Is that one of those two?
Actually, yeah, because that takes in the ascension plan that we said, right? You start with 7, 27, 47, right? And you're going up and down and up and down. And it's like, God, is it ever end? Do I ever actually get what I want, my result? No. You just get to the next course, okay? And because they're starting backwards, you don't do that. You actually start with your number one. Remember, singular attention fixes everything. Just give them the best from the beginning, one thing that covers everything. That's it, okay? That's the moneymaker. And a lot of people don't even know, am I stuck in this guru phase, right? And you also talked, you said like, and then give you this and this and this and this, right? And they throw all the junk in. And then when you get to the final end product, it's still an empty box, right? So how do you identify a true guru plan? People always want to know, I don't want to get caught in that anymore. It's like, is it really a narcissist or not, right? How do you know a guru plan? Okay, here's how you know a guru plan. Does this look familiar? I looked for a picture that I had of an event I went to like this. You are a number. Just take a number. Nobody will ever help you. Okay. You'll never get a hot seat question. And you go to these events. In fact, there's some coming up. And I'm not going to describe these people like one is really tall and one is really short or anything like that. Number one revenue producing event out there because they're master marketers. But do you get a result? Look at these numbers. Like tens of hundreds of thousands of people. It's a hype fest. Okay. And that's great for some people. Some people need motivation. We believe most people need results. And the only way you get results is if you get some intimate one-to-one connection. right? So this is how you know if it's a guru plan. Is it one of those legendary things and there's just gazillions of people there? It's sort of like, oh, you almost feel like you're left out of the clique if you don't go, right? But the problem is, and you will know it if you've been there, type guru, if you've been to one of these, or you bought one of these, you know what it's like. Okay. You didn't get anybody paying attention to you. Okay.
Now, can there be smaller gurus, right? Like,
Yeah.
I know the big ones, right? But I've heard some people that I have talked to, right, that have bought from smaller, not the big old events, right, that you see where millions of people are, but they have bought, right, like I said before, and it's cheaper, right? And then, they do all this with you. You don't get to talk to the big person, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then now you have to sell it, but you don't have to sell it. So that's the next course they're going to offer you. Well, now let me teach you how to sell it, right?
Well, there's nothing. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with selling. That's the game we're in. We really are 80% selling, right? Because it's 80% marketing. Marketing is selling. If you do your marketing good, you don't have to sell as much, right? If you create a good course, you don't need to market, right? Because it sells itself out of the results. So you choose the beast you want to serve. Okay. You want to serve sales because your marketing isn't good. You want to sell marketing because your course isn't good, or you just want to create an amazing program that people get results with. Right. And so you still need a guru aspect. We're big on that. Right. It's just the type of program you deliver. If it's going to be one of those big ones, is it what you really need right now? Maybe you'd rather be it. Okay. We want you to be it. Okay. So we do have a cool 4-hour program. It's famous in 4 hours. Don't worry, it's not like one of my typical high ticket events, but people need to have their own show. And if you have your own show, right, you can actually get all of the benefit, all the money without all the hard work and expense of doing the guru way. Okay. Because that is expensive. I was on the road for a long time just speaking and doing this, but I made 100. What was it? I totally forgot. 45. I can't even remember. 145,000 or something. I don't know. In 45 minutes, something like that. I can't remember my numbers now, but a couple 100,000 anyway in 45 minutes. So being on that stage works. Okay. But it's very expensive. And it's hard and it takes a long time to be a really good speaker. Okay. And you have to have a phenomenal product because you're not talking to anybody one-on-one. Okay. So you have to be a master presenter, a great closer. It's hard. So if you do want to come to this, both Angies will put links down in the comments. It's the Iconic Leader, www.theiconicleader.com/famous. And we will show you exactly how to script your own show, how to do it, how to deliver it, what goes in it, and how to make money. We will work the behind the scenes for you to get you the engagement and all of that. And we'll do a post workshop audit. So you get another session afterwards so we can refine your program. And then you can do it over and over and over and make a fortune on it. This is how we got to $1 million just with one show. Okay. And we did it in 9 months, from 0 to $1 million in 9 months with this formula. And here's the best part. It only takes 30 minutes a week. How many of you are overwhelmed with all those little videos you're doing and reels and shorts and lives? And you're like, God, this is exhausting and I haven't made a penny off of it. Okay. We do from every show, we do 5 figures. We've done 6 figures from shows. Okay. I think our best week was $175,000 in a week from a show. Okay. 60 some $1,000. I don't have the thing. I think it was $61,000 in a day from a show. So guys, you should definitely come to the workshop. It's only 4 hours. You'll get everything. And by the way, this isn't even something I teach to our members. It's only something somebody gets from me as a private one-day VIP. So now I'm going to just give it to everybody in the workshop. So there's links in the comments. Find the link and go check it out. Watch the video about it. We've got some cheat sheets for you and all kinds of fun stuff when you get there. Okay.
Hey, I'm going. I'm
I know
going.
you're the one. Yeah, we have a lot of Academy members who are going to be there, and bring a friend, okay?
Come with
And
me.
yeah, go
Let's
with one of
party.
the Angie. It's going to be really really fun. I've never done it for the public. I've only done it private one on one. And when I did a private one on one, it's $49.95 for me to teach you this for a day, because I started behind the camera or in front of the camera since I've been 14 years old, in the fashion world and TV commercials and everything else. So I know the game, and yeah, I'll show you all the
Hey,
tips and tricks. Yeah.
I just want to say something, Connie. So I'm going to make it real easy on everybody instead of them getting the link. I mean, I know Angie put the link up for us.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want the link and you just want us to send you the link direct to your messenger, just type hashtag link and we'll give you the link. And I'm going. Come join me. It's going to be fun.
Okay. It is going to be a lot of fun. Okay. I want to move faster because I got one more big surprise that I want to make sure you guys know about. So we've gone through the big problems. Okay. So how do you actually make money with this thing? Okay. There's three ways, three rules to measure your success. This is like the golden rules. Okay. Your program, your product, your service, whatever you're going to offer, does it allow you or your audience to simplify your life? Okay. If you put this out there, does it simplify your life? And building it and creating it and running it, does it simplify your life or does it make it more complex? Does it scale your business? And does it allow you to savor success? Meaning, can you actually take time off? Can you have a great life because of this thing that you put out there? Okay. So if your course or program doesn't simplify your life, if it can't scale, and if it doesn't make you love your life because now you have all this income coming in to do whatever you want and you have freedom and choice, then don't do it. Okay. So how do you make your course make money? Here's how you make money. You look at those three things, and then remember how things were all over the place? You need to put in milestones. You need milestones for people to know what to do next, and where to go, how to know if they're moving forward, if they're succeeding, and what benefits do they get as they move up and move along. Rather than just having courses that get more expensive, why not have more and more engagement, right? So whereas most people train like this, right? Hey, start with ads, put money in, and then get all caught up in tech, and then of course you got to sell like a banshee. It doesn't work. Here's the methodology that we use and we recommend: crawl, walk, run. Okay. Figure out where you are, build something from there, then walk, then run. Okay. Don't start with ads, please. Okay. That's like run into a brick wall first. Okay. So don't do that. You want to crawl, walk, run. Remember that. So we talked about the con. Here's the fix. It's got to be simplified. 4 simple steps to 7 figures in 1 year. That's our thing. What's your simple thing? How simple can it be for someone to get a result? Okay. This is the SAFE plan. Simple. Okay. Strategic. Does somebody have a game plan? We always begin we begin with the end in mind. Okay. And then we crawl. Okay. And then scalable. Is it scalable? Does it eliminate complexity and competition? If you build an amazing product, you won't have any competition. Okay. If you build an amazing product, it won't be complex. People make it complex because they think there's not enough to it. So they throw things in, right? You saw that plan. So, the course cash machine, right? You've got to have the right audience at the right time. That's the first thing. Okay. And then you need a smart, irresistible, urgent offer. That's where a lot of people miss. Okay. It has to be perfectly priced. We are experts at helping you with pricing. Okay. So if you don't know, is my product priced right? Just type hashtag price or hashtag call, and we'll take a look at your offer and your program, and we'll tell you if it's perfectly priced or not. And it's got to be simple for them to find you. Where are they going? Where do they shop for this? You can't have any friction. And then you have to have a guaranteed way to get payments. This is huge. This is something nobody else does. Okay, Angie, you know what I'm talking about, right? Because you handle all of our our flex clients. So do you have a way, if you're going to offer a long-term program, do you worry if people are going to pay you or if they're going to skip out, right? Or they take everything and they download it and then they cancel, especially if they have PayPal or a credit card. Most people lose with that battle. So we have a guaranteed way to get payments every single time, no matter what. Imagine if you could get paid even if the people couldn't afford to pay you. Wouldn't that be awesome? Okay. If you want to know about guaranteed payments, just type it in there and we can show you how to do that, because that's one of the hardest parts. People don't have a way to give people the lowest possible price, give them the highest value, still make it high ticket, and still make sure that you get paid and they get the program. So you got to create a win-win-win. Okay. So for example, just to give you an idea, we will stretch payments out, and I was going to say for 5 years. Guess what? Today, I was just informed we can stretch payments out for 8 years. We can finance your investment with us longer than you finance your Tesla. Okay. Cars are financed for 7 years, 84 months. We can now finance you out as long as 96 months. You know what that does? It shrinks your
smaller
payment.
payment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. So when did they change this?
This happened today, actually. So I was just like, oh my goodness. I'm gonna put a post up in the group. So if anybody wants to know about that, and this is something we do not only just because I do it, right? And I have these financial arrangements because of owning financial companies for a number of years and a really great syndicate that we built. So all of our clients have the access to the exact same thing. Right? So if you want a way to guarantee payments, stretch out the payments for forever, you don't care. You might not even have, I probably won't have some clients in 96 months. I might not even be here 96 months, right? But imagine how amazing that is. That's how you eliminate your competition, right? If someone is looking at this one or this one, but this one gives me smaller payments and more value, and I get the best high ticket, most original thing out there, why wouldn't you do that, right? If the payment is the same and you're like, I wonder if I'll make money. Well, you should make money. Most people want to pay it off right away. Fine. Okay. But we will still stretch it out for 96 months. It's absolutely unheard of. Nobody does that.
No.
Okay.
And I want everybody to think about this. So people don't have what you have here with the guaranteed option for money, right? Mm-hmm. And they have to chase the payments. Yeah. But just give it. So you get people on a call, right? I'm talking to everybody in the audience here. You get people on a call, and let's say your offer is, I don't know, let's $5,000, right? And somebody comes, they're going to go, oh, I can't afford that. And you're like, okay, well, I'll break it up for you. And you can pay me $1,000 a month, right? For who knows how long or whatever. And then you have to chase the payments. But if you had Flex, then the payments for these people would be like, I mean, now 8 years, Connie, you got to be kidding me.
Oh yeah. So let me give you an idea how amazing this is. Okay. At this 8-year mark, okay, now obviously there's interest. This is like just so mind-blowing. Think about this. When you buy a car, what do you usually try to do? You try to get the longest payment, smallest car, best vehicle, right? So you can look all cool and have the coolest car. Okay, same thing here. So here's the example that I was looking at. Okay, so let's say your program is $10,000. Okay, most people don't have $10,000. A few people have $10,000 on a line of credit or a credit card. We have some people that need to chop it up on 5 credit cards, right? But if you don't have $10,000 and you want that $10,000 program, you know it's the best thing, and you know it'll get you a result. High ticket is always more packed. It's always going to do better for you. But do you know what that payment is? Stretch out for 96 months. Any guess?
It's 100 and something.
Yeah, it's like $186.
Wow.
Right? Like if you can't afford $186 payment, you shouldn't be in business. Right? But
I mean,
now,
can you imagine how many more people you all can get? That's
yeah.
that's just a no-brainer. Sorry.
Yeah. So if you do want to know more about our syndicate, it's our internal funding. And so it is our Iron Lake funding. Just type in funding down below and we'll follow up with you. Okay. Yeah, it's super cool. But 96 months, we're just super excited. We were thrilled with 5 years, but 96 months now is incredible. Okay, so you got to have the guaranteed financing. And the other thing that you want to know, there's like a beginner plan. Let me just kind of show you the beginner plan. Okay, if you're trying to get a cash machine going, okay, these are the basics for a beginner, right? You got to start with who's the target. Okay, what do they want? What's their outcome? You have to know their outcome. And then what's their number one urgent problem? If they don't have it urgently, you are not going to get a sale. It's got to be urgent. Most people are like, oh, people who want to feel peace or they want to know their center. We'll hold the space for you. That's not an urgent problem, guys. Okay. And you have to have a fast and unique solution. What do you do that nobody else out there can do? We've given you a couple things that nobody else out there can do today. What is your thing? Okay. And so this is what needs to be built if you want a cash machine. Okay. And how does it look? What's the reality check? Okay. How do you know if you've built it? This is what we build with you. Okay. And I invite you guys to come and just hop on a call so we can go over this with you. And our formula is called SOAR. Okay. And so the first thing we're going to look at is profitability. If you are not making money with your program, product, or service, that's the number one problem. You're in business to make money, period. Okay, so you got to be profitable, and then we make sure that it's efficient. Why? So you don't have a lot of your time on spent on your business, and you have no life. Okay, you have to have a growth mechanism. Is it growing? Is it scalable? If it's not scalable, if you don't own this thing, and I'm sorry for certain industries, but there's certain industries you actually don't own the business you're working in. If you're an affiliate or if you're in a network marketing or a direct sales company or something like that, you don't own it. You can't scale it. It's completely out of your hands. So that's something to look at. And do you have a clients for life mentality that your clients repeat over and over and over? And if you don't know what your CLTV is, meaning what is the lifetime value of your client, then you don't know your business. Okay, so I'm not going to do all of this for you. Let me do it this way for you. I think maybe I can do it this way. So whoops, here we go. These are all the things that you need to think about with your program. How do you know it's going to work? How do you find the right buyers? What do you say to them? What do you put in the program? How do you market it? Which platform do you use? How do you sell your offers? How do you get the testimonials? Do you use bonuses or should you use guarantees? How do you build your program? What funnels do you actually need? Where do you host your program? All of those kind of things are what you need to answer. Okay. And if you don't have the answer to all of these, then we just invite you to hop on a quick call. Okay. You also need to know about the guaranteed payments. How do you not burn out? How do you hire good salespeople? Where do you advertise and when? And how do you actually do a 5-hour workday? We believe in the 5-hour CEO workday. Why should you work more than that? Right. So if you want to have answers to all of those 4 steps, super simple. Okay. You need to do your business now. You say, hey, this is the time. Market's going to change. You hop on a call. We'll book the call for you. If you don't want to go to the link, you can go to the link, call Connie, or you can just do #call me, and we will pick a time and set it up around your schedule. Okay. And then we design a plan, and then your business takes off. Okay. It's that simple. Just to give you an idea, this is what our model looks like. We're going to help you create a model for your business. Okay. And we're also going to help you build milestones. These are our milestones so that when when people work with us, they know exactly what they're going to do at what point in time, right? And there's 2 steps you take before you work with us, and there's 3 steps you take with us. It's that simple, right? You're going to have a CEO class with us. You're going to have a win workshop, okay, where we're going to design your entire full year out. We're going to plan out your whole year for you. You know exactly what you're doing, and you're going to know about your product and your business, everything. And then you're going to go through our apprentice level program, which is 10 weeks. And Angie, I'm going to mute you because I might hear a fan or something.
What?
So you have the apprentice program. It's 10 weeks. It's all inside. Okay. You go through that level to build out your offer, your launch, your program, your business structure. And then you will have, you'll go to the elite level. That's another 16 weeks where you're really building your platform, your guru status, all of that. You're leveraging people and products. And then you are and magnet, and that's where you're scaling. Okay. And that's the 24 weeks. That's a whole year with us, what it looks like. Okay. And there's steps within each of those. Okay. So if you look at this, that lower level is the green is your apprentice, the middle is your elite, and the gray is your magnet. Okay. So that's how simple it is to build a 7-figure business. And if you're wondering, I would love to again invite you to one of our tailored programs, because we are not like the big arena and you'll never talk to us. I am the person who does everything with you. You have full access to me 5 days a week, and there's 4 different entry points for you. You might just decide, I want a call. I need a call, and it's a 1-hour call. I want some answers. Okay. You might decide, I want to work with you for a day. I need a solution, one specific solution that I'm trying to work on, and we'll come up with that solution, and then it's done by you. Okay. The third option is some people have some stuff ready and they will work with us for a quarter. Maybe they're just looking to launch something. Okay. And your goal there is to get out your product or your program. And that's going to be done by you and done with you. So we're partnering with you. And then the fourth option, which is where I would say about, I don't know. I would, Angie, I know you handle a lot of the admissions, but I'd say at least 85% of the people come into the business plan for the year. Would you say that's about right?
I'd say higher.
Okay.
I'd say higher. I absolutely 100% would say higher. And that is probably the best value, because you get the most. I do need to say something, because before it disappears on the screen, there is a Facebook user. If you could just type your name in there, it says, I need a call. Angie, text me. I will absolutely text you, call you to get you on the schedule, but put your name down, please, because it just says Facebook user.
Yeah. Or Angie, if you could put your MME link in there and they can click on that, and then
absolutely.
That will help out as well. So the fourth option to work with us is for a year. Why? Because you really have a business. It's not going to disappear. You're going to need mentorship forever. Excuse me. So that's a program that's done by you, done with you, and it has all the done for you elements in there as well. It also includes currently it includes our Write a Book in 13 Weeks program. So if you were thinking about writing a book, that would be included in there as well. So, so basically, bottom line, guys, this is it. It's 4 steps. Given the opportunity, 3 out of 4 people do nothing. I'm not talking to those people. I'm talking to you, who's 1 out of 4. So what do you want to do? You can call. We're not shy. We literally are. We do everything live. You can call that number, 877-610-1717. And then we can have that appointment scheduled that way. You can go to callconnie.com and pick a time on the calendar, or just type in call me, and we will reach out to you, answer your questions, or just give you a link and go back and forth on Messenger or Facebook or whatever you need to get that time done. Remember, so you have to have a need. Like you say, hey, I need to get my business going. If it's not a need, if it's just, oh, wouldn't that be fun? We don't do hobby businesses. If you're just going to look for something and try and make $1,000 a month or something, I am not your person. I'm way too expensive for you. Okay.
Mhm.
So you have to have a need, book a call, we'll strategize your plan, and then your business soars. Our plans work every time. So that's it. That's my invitation to you. And I want to talk to you this week. All right. So if you have any questions, like the person who said, please call, let's talk. We do have some really cool extras for people that do book a call this week. And so we'll tell you about those on the call. And you guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for putting up with my tech issues. And if you want a replay, okay, if you want a replay, please type replay. If you want any of the things that we offered you to help you with your mindset, type mind. And if you want to just type hashtag famous or hashtag link, and we will give you a link and you can check out our Famous in 4 workshop. Some people want to like test that out first. So whatever works for you. There are only 8 spots left. That's not a false scarcity thing in this workshop. It's because it's totally customized. And we only have so much staff to work your event. So there's only 8 spots. So if you do want those, check it out, ask questions, and we'll be happy to get you going. So Angie, thank you so much for being here. And it's great having you on.
Oh,
And
it's getting better, right?
is anybody are there any other questions that you guys have before I go? If you missed some of it, type replay. And if you want to ask some questions, whether it's me, Angie also runs the Iconic VA. So she's going to actually be her company is actually going to be manning your show. So when you create a TV show, Angie has you'll see in there's 5 amazing bonuses, but Angie is one of those bonuses, and she's volunteered her time to help you grow that as well. So any other questions that I need to address, Angie?
No, I don't see anything. I think people are excited. I really enjoy the show, so yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, come play with us on the workshop. I'm super excited for that.
Yeah, it's next month, so it's not like in a few months. I think it's literally about 2 weeks away max. I think it's August 15th. So, but there's only 8 spots, so make sure you get yours in. And or if you're like, I don't want to be with everybody else, it's okay. You can work with me privately. Okay, I don't mind that. Yeah, you'll get better results in a group. Okay, so we will go ahead.
Make it a big party.
Absolutely, it'll be fun, but you're gonna walk away with a done show, okay, and scripted and ready to go. And next week, that's 1 week, and then put anything together, right? You have access to us all week. Ask us any questions all week. Okay. Next week, your show goes live. Okay. And Angie and her team is going to work it, right? Yeah. And then once it goes live, yeah, I'm going to do an audit for you and go over, okay, you can do this better and do this and don't. And it's little things, okay, that you might not even notice. So it's really going to be fun. Whatever you guys need, let us know. Put your comments in. If you want to watch this again, let us know. And if you are live here right now, we've had some requests and my DM. So we're going to do an encore show. I'm going to give some people a replay of this one of these days this week. So if you want to encore and watch a replay live, then let us know too. Have a great night, everybody.